Well, hello. Today is actually the 3rd. I watched back my video from yesterday, and yesterday was the 2nd, but I said 3rd. So it's Tuesday, June 3rd. Cheers, people. It's 8 in the morning when I'm making this. Cheers. Well, yesterday was almost like a birthday or Christmas. Um, I received 2 packages, and the one I told you about, MoonJune. Here's a MoonJune Festival T-shirt 2024. I am humbled and blown away by people's kindness to me. I truly am, because I knew that I was getting and I'll go through some of it. I knew I was getting the package from MoonJune from Leonardo. Someone also messaged me a few days ago saying that they were sending something for my birthday early, but they're in Germany, and so I get the UPS truck with MoonJune, and less than a half hour later, I get a package unexpectedly. Is it from you in Germany? Of these deluxe outer sleeves. I'm blown away. These are just what I want. They don't carry these in Omaha, and these are 4 mils thick, 4 mil thick cast propylene record sleeves made by this company, Square Deal Online. They are deluxe. I'll use, before I show the records that Leonardo sent me. I'm blown away. I am. I'm kind of just getting myself together here. But these are absolutely gorgeous outer sleeves. I like these so much that I went to this place online I said, I want more of these. And they're out of stock. Whoever sent this to me, can you get more of these? I'd happily pay for them, okay? These are the kind of sleeves that, when the Blake sleeves were made, that was the idea, among other things, is to have something that was really shiny and show-offy of the records. And these are just perfect because they're snug. They're just wide enough, just tall enough. But I like the snugness that when you put them into the shelves, you can read the spines. That was one of the things that I really liked about the Blake sleeves, is that because the way that you could close them up, you could clearly read the spines when they're in the shelves, which I really like. Cheers, people. So whoever sent me the sleeves, if it was you from Germany, thank you. If it was someone else, thank you. If you know how to get a hold of some more of them, I would gladly pay you if you'd send me some more. And that's the other thing about me as a collector and slightly OCD person. Once I latch onto something that I like, I tend to, really, that's what I want. So I get a message yesterday on my video, someone saying, Dereck, don't you have that Dillinger escape plan dissociation already? Son of a bitch, I do. But it happens more often than I want it to, like with the Barry Miles. So the copy I have is an original release from 2016 or whenever it was. But this one is nice, colored vinyl, and I liked it, so I'll keep that probably and trade the other one in. I thought to myself, I'll be damned. My viewers know my collection better than I do. That tickled me. So I kind of thought that Leonardo was going to send me a pretty nice package of music, and he did. So after I got it and sorted through everything, I sent him a letter, email, thanking him and saying that I would take my time, but I would be sure and review everything in video. And I thanked him again because I told him, on a personal level, you've sent me stuff, but this is just this is perfect for my collection. As a Canterbury lover, Soft Machine is one of those bands that really changed the game for me in many ways. So check it out. Wake up this morning, got another sale. Keep it coming, folks. Thank you. Those sales make a big difference. I get a letter from him, response from him this morning saying, he doesn't want me to review these. It's a gift. I am blown away. I'm not going to read the whole letter, but how does he start the letter? He says, "Hello, Dereck. Enjoy the music. You're a good man, and we need good people in this awful world of lies and injustices." And then he talks about how he is not coming back to the United States anytime soon. He's putting back aside his USA passport. I mean, that's quite a statement. Putting the damn passport away, going anywhere but... And he said, but I cannot tolerate USA. And I won't say the rest of it, because I agree with the rest of what he says. But if I said it out loud, I'd probably hear from some stupid ass people. So Leonardo, if you see this, thank you. I'm going to show some of the music here. I'm not going to show everything. Yeah, it was that nice. He sent me, this is what I was hoping for, and it was. He sent me 2 different packages over the years, and the last one he sent was all CDs. So I was hoping this one would be a combination of CDs and vinyl, and it is. Plus, he sent me this other stuff. Leonardo, I must applaud him for the work that he does and has done for this kind of music and for musicians of ethnicity besides Caucasian around the world. He works with some of the greatest musicians, but they're all over the world, in countries that we don't usually hear about. So he sent me a program from the MoonJune Festival. It just looks amazing. You know, the people that he had to play, you know, and the location. I mean, just look at this. Bill Bruford, David Cross from King Crimson. I mean, he's got the King Crimson people in his pocket. But also these other great musicians, Nick Barch, Beledo, all these people from all over the world, Nguyen Lee, however you say his name, Gary Husband, who I'm happy to say I got to meet when I met Alan Holdsworth. I hung out with him and Gary Husband. I really appreciate this, and I'm just, again, it's a blessing. I use those terms people associate with religion. That's not how I mean it. I mean it in its purest sense. feel the blessing, the energy behind this gift. So I'm just trying to show, he sent me all this stuff from the festival. He sent me 2 posters. I mean, geez, Dwicky Darmawan, Soft Machine in their current incarnation. And he sent me a poster. Go on, Leonardo, with your bad self. His work in keeping this music alive, supporting the artists, literally, management-wise, financially, is to be applauded. I feel extremely honored that he sought my friendship out and still wants to meet. He said, you would be one of the reasons I'd come back to the U.S. is to commune with other good people. I'm blown away. I really am. I'm very thankful. And the timing of this is really good because I'm coming off a run of the usual noisy days. This morning, my ears are comparatively quiet. This will be fun to continue diving into the music that Leonardo has shared with me. I'm blown away. I opened everything, but I haven't opened everything. But I did dive in right away because that's my nature. And I'll start here with a CD. I don't think this is out yet. I got an advanced copy of the Alex Skolnick Trio's debut CD, Prove You're Not a Robot. This is the, on the MoonJune YouTube site, there's a video showing Alex and the band signing the CDs, and it's pre-release special, and Leonardo sent me one. And I was just talking about Alex Skolnick, about how I like his guitar playing. Almost had a gig with him, opening for him with Stu Ham, but Randy McSteen was the replacement, so I got to meet and play a gig opening for Randy McSteen from Steven Wilson Band. I love it. Alex Skolnick is an excellent guitarist, not just a shredder. He's playing in a jazz clean style for the most of this album. It's tasty. I got the window open if you can hear, which I usually don't in here. It's so nice this morning, and rained last night and blew off all that smoke shit from Canada. This is excellent, and a standout from this already is the track Armando's Mood, because what he does is he mashes together Mood for a Day by Yes, or Steve Howe basically, with Armando's Rumba from Chick Corea. What a combination. And it works. I'm still shaking my head in thanks, not disbelief, but just, wow, thank you. I know I'm trying my best to be a decent person. I could really be a bastard. I could be, I love people, but I see really bluntly how we all are. And a lot of people are really stupid and mindless. I hate seeing it. And I could be very, I could be like that, but no. I love people. I'm always wishing for better things. I just woke up and saw that letter from Leonardo, so I'm still taking it in. You folks do get a very naked view of who I am in these videos, where I'm at the time in the day. I'm blown away. It's MoonJune. It's an extra large, so I won't be wearing this much. I don't like extra large, but he didn't know. So what about some of this music? because I dived in last night, and it's like MoonJune, and what he's about is just exactly what I'm into, which is mature, worldly music, more jazz based than rock, really, more jazz based than rock and prog, but really jazz. Couple CDs to start with. So he's got, I think if Markus Reuter had arrived on the scene a little bit sooner, if he was younger, he would be a big name like Adrian Belew has become, because Markus Reuter is very talented and he's all over the place. He does a lot of work. So I got another Markus Reuter title. Truth 3, Markus Reuter, featuring Fabio Trentini and Asaph Circus. Asaph Circus is a drummer that he works with on a couple of different projects. I love these graphics. I just love the fact that Leonardo goes all out in his representation of this music. This is really nice. Then what is happening with this music in Markus Reuter, what I've noticed, because I have several of his releases now. Here's another one where this is actually a double. I already had this, but he sent me another copy of this Markus Reuter Bleed. With but what I was about to say is that a lot of these tunes, these compositions are not like through compositions. What they are is they are grooves. They are bass lines and setups, like jazz, where you have the head, or you have the main body of the groove. You set it up. You get a field going of good music, and then people solo. So that's what I listened to all of this, because it just went down so smooth. And that's what happens with, a fair amount of these recordings. I opened this one and played this one. I'm going to be sharing some of this music with some of my friends, because there are a couple of the CDs are doubles, none of the vinyl. But this one I opened because I didn't think I had it, but I already had it. Mark Wingfield, Jane Chapman, and Adriano Adewale. Zoji. This is sweet. This is, like I said, this music is, and also like discus music, Leonardo and his company, they take the time to give you information on most of the releases. They want you to know this is really, it sounds like that visual. Wonderful stuff. I will remember to write the names of the artists down in the description box eventually, if not right away this morning. So another addition to my Soft Machine collection directly. I kind of thought I had this. It's kind of funny how the person Dillinger Escape Plan, he knows my collection better than I do. I didn't have this. Softworks, Abracadabra. I thought I had it. I have a different Softworks, but this is just, listened to all of this last night too, and it's got Hugh Hopper on it and Alan Holdsworth. What a treat! Oh my God, yeah, and Elton Dean. Sorry, Elton Dean. I'm here just kind of tripping. Not Carl Jenkins. My main criticism of the whole Soft Machine deal is when they let Robert Wyatt go, which so crazy how that happened. And the only person that they could find, or for whatever reason, they chose John Marshall. I've never liked John Marshall's drumming. You know, I mean, he can play, but at the same time, he lacks finesse. Just have to say that straight up, because it'll crop up in at least one more of these records, the vinyl. I'm just blown away this morning. It's like, this doesn't even work. I thought this was all for me to do reviews. It's a gift. And here's why I'm blown away. Because he gave me records that MoonJune records don't show up in the shops in Omaha, okay? If these records were showing up in the shops, I would be buying them. But they're not. And as I've said before, I don't like mail order, even though you have to mail order to get me. I'm just being honest, okay? So I'm blown away. He sent me Tony Levin's new, and is it his first ever? Yep, his first solo album since 2007, okay, not his first ever. Bringing it down to the bass. And this is in those new sleeves. Look at how nice it is. They're a little short at the top, which I can live with. But the glossiness and the thickness of these sleeves is just what I like. I really would like to get some more of these. And like I said, I went to the site of the people who make them. They say they're out of stock. If you can send me some more, whoever sent them, I will happily reimburse you. Seriously. I'd take a couple hundred. I would, okay? I listened to, this is the double album. Beautiful packaging. It's got a 23-page booklet. I'm going to be careful because with that many pages, you can break that binding easily. But each one, he's a photographer too, a good one. So the booklet is a series of portraits of the basses that he plays on the album, a little bit of backstory on them. This is wonderful. And it's how do they describe it? What kind of vinyl? Espresso vinyl. You know how everyone's getting creative about how they describe their color vinyl releases now? It's hard to see. There you go. You see it there? You see it? And I've only played one side of this, actually. It starts off beautifully, and it's like, this is going to be a smorgasbord. Tony Levin is in his 80s, and he started very young as a session player and has played with everyone. And so you hear that right away, the variety in the material. There's a bluesy kind of southern track. There's a busy, slightly proggy track on the first side. I'm going to really enjoy this. You can hear where he's not showing off. That's what's beautiful about Tony Levin. He has such deep technique as a bass player. He just has to just play. And you hear his wonderful technique. He doesn't have to show off. He just has to play. And you hear the depth of his playing. But look at who all is on here. David Torn, Earl Slick, Gary's husband, Jerry Marotta, Larry Fast, Mike Portnoy, Pat Nastellato, his brother, Shankar, Robert Fripp, Steve Gadd, all the way down to Steve Hunter and Vinny Colaiuta. Wow. When I opened the box and saw this on the top of the stack of vinyl, I was just, woo! Wow. Blown away. Because I saw it came out the way that I collect video to watch on USB. I got his videos on my USB so I could listen to the album, and see the videos. And to have the album now. Oh. Yes. It's quiet this morning. What a blessing. So, let me show one of these others. Okay, so here's one. I knew nothing about this artist. And so I said, let me just dive in. This is Luca Calabrese, Shin Den Shin. Once again, the new sleeves, they are tight. I want a bunch of these. Obviously, when the Blake sleeves happened years ago, I tried to cover the majority of my records. I made quite an investment. I did. I can't afford to do that again. But I would love to have more of these deluxe sleeves for my favorites at the very least. I could take a couple hundred if I could get them. If you're seeing this, who send them to me? Note, I'd like to get some more. So this is gorgeous. This is jazz-based music. Luca Calabrese plays pocket trumpet. As I was saying about Markus Reuter, he's everywhere. He's on here playing what you call touch guitar, as well as other stuff. And Mark Wingfield and Gwen Lee. So I played two sides of this because it's just beautiful. Okay? That gives you an indication of the ambience of this album and the beautiful playing. Pardon me. Since most of these records don't have hype stickers on them, I didn't know what to expect. I just assumed, good old black vinyl, clear vinyl, beautiful, beautiful, lovely music, truly lovely music. Like I said, jazz-based, but there's an ethnic aspect to the writing and the playing. Eastern, Luca Calabrese. I'm already almost a half hour, so I'm going to just show a couple more because it's not that I can't make long videos. It's like I like to watch my own videos. I don't like to make them too long. So, these next two records, and I'm going to show them both. Again, blown away. More Soft Machine for my collection on vinyl. Drop. This is from a recording from Germany in 1971. I'm so pleased because this is before Carl Jenkins. This is Mike Ratledge still in the band. So on here we get to hear live versions of All White, Slightly All the Time. Now see on here's an example of what I'm talking about, where John Marshall he keeps the tempo and he knows how to count, but it's like at some point during the playing on here, it's like he loses control of his bass foot, and the accents aren't accents. It's just boom, 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 and it's like, fuck, that sucks. I can't help but notice stuff like that as a player. I play the drums. Rest in peace, John Marshall, but he was the weak link, in my opinion. This is fantastic because you get to hear Mike Ratledge's soloing and that very distinct organ sound that he got. On top of that, Hugh Hopper on fuzz bass and Elton Dean, besides Robert Wyatt, the prime elements of classic Soft Machine sound. And on top of that, it's on white vinyl. Man, I'm just still kind of pinching myself. What a gift. Soft Machine live. And the it's not bootleg. It's better than bootleg quality. It's in stereo. Sounds like an old board recording, or possibly someone who had a stereo tape recorder set up and caught the performance, because there are a couple moments here where the saxophone is either too close to the microphone or something, and it's causing some dissonance or distortion. Wow. But then, it just blew me away. A Softworks CD, Soft Machine drop on white vinyl. Soft Machine, Floating World Live. Now listen to some of this. Alan Holdsworth, you know I love Alan Holdsworth. I'm thinking of you, PJ, up in New York. And on this one, Carl Jenkins is still on sax mostly, so it's that sound with Mike Ratledge on keys again, and Alan Holdsworth. Now, frankly, on this date, whenever this was recorded, John Marshall is in better shape on the drums. Seriously, on this other one, Drop, I can hear where he just kind of hits a wall where it's like, my leg is done for. But this, he does much better on. This is a 2025 release. It's like, I noticed in here, it's like, it looks like he put it out originally in 2006. This is a 2025 reissue of it. Once again, on clear vinyl. I just assumed all these records would be black vinyl, which is fine. Getting these new, it's a treat. Okay, honestly, as a longtime lover of this music, it's an absolute treat to finally get to hear these performances and to hear more Mike Ratledge, Hugh Hopper, and Elton Dean, and Alan Holdsworth. I'm just, Leonardo, if you see this, you honor me. Thank you so very much. Cheers, people. I'll show one more, and I'll show more tomorrow. He sent me a real cool variety of music. And he had sent me in the past a CD by this Markus Reuter configuration. I'm going to have to go back to it and give it another listen. I listened to part of this last night and said, oh, okay, this is coming through now. Fund, Anchor, and Burden. And what a cool graphic. Anchor and Burden. Extinction Level is the name of the album. This is the King Crimson bag. This is Markus Reuter, and these, Tim Motzer I think of too, but primarily I'm going to say Markus Reuter is really in the King Crimson bag and doing it well. Once again, great packaging. You know, Leonardo treats this music and these musicians with great respect. Beautiful red vinyl. Again, orangey kind of red. It's pinkish looking here, and on the camera it looks kind of orange. That's interesting. The color that I see with my eye compared to what is showing on the camera is different. It's pink here. It's kind of orange there. That's interesting. This is heavy, and it's this is more complex as far as the compositions. Very red era King Crimson sounding, and to good effect. Anchor and Burden. There's several more records and several more CDs. I'm going to stop here. I'm truly thankful, feeling I just use the word freely because it's how I feel. I feel blessed. The way I learned what that word means, it applies here. I'm very thankful. Very, very thankful. Okay, folks. So, even though it's a gift, I want to shout out MoonJune Records. If you like this music at all and this label is new to you, seek out MoonJune Records releases. I haven't heard a bad one in the bunch. He sent me several things they put out. Haven't heard a bad one yet. Family, hope you're all doing well. I'm about to go make some breakfast and get into some listening. Take care, people.